Alright, let's continue with our piece here. Now, what we're going to do is we've got the this around here, and we have the blanket going around him and coming up this way, coming over and down. Now, we want to cut the little hand here, and we want to do this. We want to see, put it away from the blanket, just like that. See how we do that? And these shoes are going to have to come down. Now, the shoes, we're bringing them down, but we can leave them large if we want to. It doesn't matter. This is a little caricature, so it doesn't matter if the feet are big. But what we do want to do, we want to bring them down a little bit more this way. We want to make them a little bit flatter because it is an Indian, and he wouldn't have shoes like we wear every day. They would be more flat type, just like that. And what we want to do is just go ahead and go all the way around with the shoes like this, and we want to cut around them and come from the inside, and we're even going to make them, I want to make them just even a little bit flatter. And we come over here like this, and we come from the inside. We're just going to cut. I'm going to come in here and just kind of cut this back a little bit. And cut that back. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I just dropped it. And we want to bring this just in just a little bit. Bring this around here, just thinning up a little bit, but we can leave the you know, the shoes big. We can do it because this is a character, like I said, in other words. Okay. And we just kind of get this cleaned up in here. All right. Now, what we want to do is we want to take this bandana here, and we want to bring it down, way down. It's going to fit close to the head. So we go all the way around it. But we want to leave a little bit of room back here so we can put our feather in. So we get it close to the head. Now, let's bring it down. Let's bring this bandana. Let's get it straight. What I'm saying is, let's get it a little bit. It's kind of crooked around here. Let's get it. And we can do some things. Usually it's in the painting process that this really begins to show what we want. Okay. So here basically is our, and of course we want to bring this down a little bit, bring the blanket down a little bit, and we want to put folds in it too. We want to put some folds in it, as it, like when he pulls it forward, and over here the same way. We want some folds that we're going to put in here. It come from the back and come up this way, a fold, in other words, because he's pulling the blanket around him at that time. Okay. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to bring this bandana down even more because I want it to sit close to the head. And I want to get my V-tool, and let's come back here, take these marks off, these what I call saw marks, just like that. Now let me get my V-tool. And I should have had it with me. Here's a small gouge. I can do the same thing with this small gouge. Excuse me, I have a kind of a cold. Sinus is real bad. So I'm going to take that small gouge and I'm just going to kind of get this hair on each side kind of coming up like this. Just like that. And even from this side. And we kind of bring it up to a center point here. Just like this. Okay, where it sort of comes up and gives you a just sort of like that. Okay. And we want to come back here and we want to do the same thing. We want to just kind of bring this hair line in here. You can do it with a small gouge, you can do it with a V-tool. It doesn't really matter. It's just a little bit of texturing is all it does. Okay. All right. Just sort of like that. In other words, sort of separate that. Now, I'm gonna bring this down even more in here. This little bandana that comes around like here, like this. Because the closer to the face, this is where I'm wanting it. I just wanted to go ahead and get the hair done. And so what I want to do is I want to cut me out a feather. And I want to, oh, before we do that, I want to go ahead and bring this hand down. I'm just going to kind of make it flat. And cut this. See where the hand sticks out of the and we'll put that on there like that. Let's cut a little fold, some little folds back here. Just sort of like that. And bring this down just a little bit, just a blanket that is kind of cut that in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little feather. I'm going to cut out a little feather, and I'm going to cut me out the little feather, and I'll show you. We'll cut it out like that, in other words, and I'm just coming in here and taking some of this, cleaning this up in here. Okay, just like that, see? And bring this blanket down just a little bit. Sort of, there we go. And let me go ahead and cut the feather out. It's real simple to do. And we'll do that, okay? All right.